What does it truly mean to win? Is it the moment you raise a trophy, hear applause, or see your name in lights? Or is it something deeper, something unseen that lives quietly inside you? Winning is often misunderstood. It's not a single moment of glory, but a quiet, powerful force that begins inside your mind. It is the relentless refusal to give up, the courage to face yourself every day with determination, even when the world pushes back harder than ever. The art of winning isn't reserved for the lucky or the naturally gifted. It belongs to anyone willing to embrace discomfort, to rise from failure, and to keep moving forward despite fear and doubt. This is the choice you can make today, the choice that can change everything about your life. Imagine winning as a path, not a finish line. This path is filled with challenges that test your will and strength. It demands more than talent or intelligence. It demands grit, the stubborn persistence to keep going when everything inside you wants to quit. Grit is not a myth, it is a quality you can build. Science tells us that those who develop grit consistently outperform those who rely on talent alone. You are not defined by how many times you fall, but by how fiercely you rise. Every setback, every moment of pain is an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser. Winning is not about avoiding failure. It's about learning to rise above it every time. Winning also means something more powerful than success alone. When you win, you inspire others. Your victories ripple out, breaking through the walls of doubt and fear in others' lives. Your courage lights a path for those watching quietly from the sidelines, showing them that victory is possible. When you embrace the art of winning, you become a beacon, a symbol of what is possible when you refuse to surrender. This is a chance to be more than just someone who succeeds. It's a chance to become a force that changes lives, starting with your own. But the journey to winning begins with a simple, profound truth. It all starts inside you. Before any external success, before any applause, the real victory is mastering your inner world. Your thoughts, your beliefs, your decisions in moments of doubt, these are the true battlegrounds where winning is forged. The art of winning is a skill. It is not something gifted at birth, but something you cultivate through intention, discipline, and faith in yourself. It demands daily commitment to becoming stronger, braver, and more focused than you were yesterday. Right now, you have a choice. Will you let fear dictate your actions, or will you choose to win from within? The art of winning is available to you here and now. It is the key to unlocking a life of purpose, resilience, and fulfillment. Stay with this thought. Let it fuel you, because what you learn here will not only change how you see winning, but will transform how you live every single day. This is your moment to begin. Will you take it? The way you think shapes the world you live in. Your mind is the battlefield where winning is first claimed or lost. When doubt creeps in, when fear whispers that you're not enough, remember this. Your thoughts are not facts. They are simply signals you have the power to change. The art of winning is mastering your mind, rewiring your thinking so it works for you, not against you. You must choose to see obstacles not as roadblocks, but as invitations to grow. Every challenge is an opportunity disguised as difficulty. When you shift your mindset this way, you unlock strength that no external circumstance can take from you. It begins with belief. Belief is the seed from which all victory grows. Without belief, effort becomes scattered, motivation falters, and hesitation creeps in. But belief is not some magic you're born with. It's something you build daily. It is the conscious choice to trust yourself when the path ahead is unclear. This trust is forged through discipline, the daily habits that reinforce your commitment to winning. Discipline does not rely on fleeting motivation. It is a steady, unshakable force that pushes you forward even on the darkest days. The art of winning demands you become the master of your habits, shaping your routine so every action moves you closer to your goals. Your environment influences your mind more than you realize. The people you surround yourself with, the words you speak to yourself, the images you consume, all shape your beliefs and emotions. Winners are mindful architects of their environment. They create spaces and communities that fuel courage, growth, and positivity. They avoid negativity like poison and instead seek out those who uplift and challenge them to be better. This intentional cultivation of your surroundings is a critical step in winning the inner battle before conquering the outer world. Confidence flows naturally from this foundation. But true confidence is quiet and steady, not loud or boastful. It grows from repeated action, from showing up when it's hard, from facing fear head on without backing down. Confidence is a muscle you build by consistently stepping outside your comfort zone, even when your heart races and your mind screams to retreat. It is not arrogance. It is humility paired with strength, knowing you can face what comes no matter the outcome. Every small win, every challenge met with courage adds layers to this inner fortress. The mind's natural tendency is to avoid discomfort, but the art of winning teaches you that growth lives on the other side of discomfort. The moment you embrace uncertainty, the moment you take action despite fear, you build resilience, the unbreakable spirit that refuses to be defeated. This resilience is your secret weapon. It fuels your persistence, your refusal to quit, your ability to rise stronger each time you fall. Winning is not about never failing. It's about refusing to be stopped by failure. You are creating new neural pathways every time you choose courage over fear, action over doubt, belief over hesitation. This rewiring strengthens your mind to seek solutions, to see possibilities where others see limits. Your thoughts become tools. Your emotions become allies. You no longer wait for the right moment. You create it through your mindset and your choices. This mental mastery is the foundation of every victory you desire. You have the power right now to change how your mind serves you, to shape your thoughts so they push you forward instead of holding you back. This is not easy. It requires courage, effort, and unwavering commitment. But it is the greatest gift you can give yourself. Because when your mind becomes your greatest ally, winning is no longer a distant dream. It becomes your reality. Your confidence is the quiet force that moves mountains when nothing else seems possible. It is not loud or flashy. It does not demand attention or approval. True confidence is born in the small moments, when you choose to try again after failure, when you speak kindly to yourself amid doubt, when you stand tall even when your heart is shaking. It is the strength that grows from consistent action, not from empty words or fleeting feelings. The more you step forward despite fear, the stronger this confidence becomes. It is a muscle that can only be built through experience, through showing up again and again, regardless of the outcome. Every time you conquer a small challenge, you deposit a powerful seed of belief deep inside you. These seeds grow roots that anchor you during storms, making your spirit unshakable. Confidence does not mean you never feel fear. It means you refuse to let fear stop you. It means you face uncertainty with courage because you trust in your ability to handle whatever comes. This trust is earned through commitment to yourself, the commitment to act even when motivation fades, to keep pushing when progress feels invisible. Confidence is resilience wrapped in quiet resolve. When your confidence is steady, it reshapes the way you move through the world. It changes your posture, your voice, your presence. Your body language sends signals to your brain, reinforcing your inner strength. Simply standing with your shoulders back, your chin up, and your breath steady can transform how you feel. This is no accident. Your mind and body communicate in ways you can control. When you act confident, your brain releases chemicals that reduce stress and boost your focus. This feedback loop empowers you to take on bigger challenges with less fear. Confidence also deepens your connection to your purpose. When you believe in yourself, you feel aligned with the goals that matter most to you. Doubt and hesitation lose their grip because your vision becomes clearer than your fears. You begin to act not out of desperation or need for approval, but from a place of inner strength and clarity. This is the foundation of authentic power. The art of winning lies here, in cultivating confidence so rooted that no external setback can uproot it. Yet confidence is not about being perfect or never making mistakes. It is about embracing vulnerability, accepting that you will stumble, and choosing to rise anyway. This humility fuels growth. It frees you from the prison of needing to appear flawless and opens the door to genuine learning and transformation. Every failure becomes a stepping stone, every criticism a chance to refine your craft. Confidence does not deny weakness. It acknowledges it and moves forward regardless. This mindset shifts your relationship with fear. Fear no longer controls your actions because you understand that courage is not the absence of fear, but action in its presence. When confidence anchors you, Fear becomes a signal that you are growing, stretching, stepping beyond your comfort zone. You welcome the discomfort because you know it is the path to mastery. You are not born with perfect confidence. You build it through deliberate choices, daily habits, and a refusal to quit. The art of winning is mastering this process, transforming fear into fuel, doubt into determination, hesitation into action. When confidence becomes your foundation, the impossible starts to look possible. The challenges that once felt overwhelming become opportunities to prove your strength. Now is the moment to strengthen this force within you. Stand firm in your belief. Step forward with quiet courage. Build your confidence one choice at a time until it becomes the unshakable core of who you are. Winning begins here, inside the heart that refuses to be broken. Failure is not your enemy. It is the greatest teacher you will ever have. Every time you fall, you are presented with a choice. Remain broken or rise stronger. The art of winning demands you choose the latter with unwavering resolve. Failure strips away illusions and forces clarity. It reveals where your foundations are weak, where your beliefs falter, and where your courage needs to deepen. Instead of fearing failure, begin to see it as fuel. Fuel that ignites the fire of persistence, sharpens your focus, and fuels your hunger for growth. The mind's natural instinct is to avoid pain and discomfort, to seek safety and ease. But winning requires you to go against this instinct, to embrace failure as an essential step on the path to mastery. Neuroscience shows that each failure rewires your brain, strengthening connections that improve problem solving and adaptability. The most successful minds are those that have learned to dance with failure, to use it as a guide rather than a signal to stop. When failure visits, do not retreat. Lean into the discomfort and ask the hard questions. What can this teach me? How can I use this moment to improve? What must I change to move forward? The art of winning trains you to become curious about your setbacks rather than ashamed of them. This curiosity transforms frustration into opportunity, confusion into insight. Resilience is born in this crucible. It is the unbreakable spirit that refuses to let failure define you. Resilience means returning to the fight again and again, no matter how many times you stumble. It is the voice inside that whispers, "Try one more time." It is the refusal to quit when giving up feels easiest. This resilience is not a passive trait, but an active choice, a daily decision to persevere despite pain, doubt, or exhaustion. Understand that failure is not a verdict on your worth or potential. It is a data point, a signal that your current approach needs adjustment. It does not mean you are broken or incapable. It means you are learning, growing, becoming stronger. The art of winning trains you to detach your identity from your setbacks. Your value is not measured by how often you fall, but by how fiercely you rise. Every failure you face is an opportunity to refine your strategy, deepen your understanding, and strengthen your mindset. This process requires honesty, humility, and courage. You must confront uncomfortable truths about your limitations while holding firm to the belief that you can overcome them. This balance between self-awareness and self-belief is the heartbeat of transformation. The fear of failure often paralyzes more dreams than failure itself ever could. The art of winning is learning to step forward with courage even when the outcome is uncertain. Action in the face of fear builds momentum. Momentum builds confidence. Confidence builds resilience. This cycle creates an unstoppable force moving you toward your goals. You are not alone in this journey. Every person who has ever won has walked through failure. What sets them apart is the decision to let failure be a stepping stone, not a stumbling block. Your setbacks do not have to define your story. They can write the chapters of your greatest comeback. Embrace failure as your ally. Let it teach you, strengthen you, and fuel your relentless pursuit of victory. This is not just survival, it is mastery. It is the art of turning every loss into the foundation of your next win. Let this truth settle deep within you and rise with a spirit that refuses to be defeated. Knowing what to do is not enough. Knowledge without action is like a seed that never finds soil. It remains powerless, unrealized. The art of winning is not in knowing, it is in doing. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory over inertia and fear. Movement creates momentum, and momentum births belief. Without action, doubt festers and dreams wither. The moment you decide to act is the moment you reclaim your power. Action demands courage because it forces you to face the unknown. The path to winning is never clear or easy. It is filled with uncertainty, risk, and discomfort. Yet, those who win are those who choose to step forward anyway. They do not wait for perfect conditions or absolute certainty. They move through the fear, knowing that forward motion will create clarity and opportunity. The courage to act even when you feel unprepared is the difference between those who achieve and those who only dream. Consistency is the secret weapon behind all victories. Small, deliberate actions, repeated daily build habits that become unstoppable forces. Every time you show up, you strengthen your commitment to yourself. You prove to your mind and body that you are serious about your goals. Discipline is the bridge between desire and achievement. It keeps you moving when motivation fades, when enthusiasm wanes, when obstacles appear. The art of winning is learning to love this process, embracing the grind as necessary fuel rather than a burden. Fear will always try to hold you back. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. But courage is not the absence of fear, it is acting despite it. When you push through fear, you prove to yourself that your limits are not fixed. You expand your capacity to handle discomfort and uncertainty. Each courageous step forward builds a reservoir of inner strength, making the next step easier and bolder. Action and courage feed each other in a powerful cycle that propels you toward mastery. Taking action also means embracing discomfort. Growth never happens in the safety zone. If you want to win, you must become comfortable with being uncomfortable. You must be willing to face rejection, criticism, and failure as part of the process. This willingness separates the winners from the spectators. It trains your mind to see discomfort not as a threat, but as a signal of progress. It rewires your brain to seek challenges instead of avoiding them. Accountability is another powerful driver of action. Sharing your goals with someone who believes in you creates an external force that holds you to your commitments. Tracking progress and celebrating small wins keep your motivation alive. These tools anchor your journey, reminding you that every effort counts. Action is not a one-time event, it is a continuous commitment. It requires patience, persistence, and faith in the process. When you commit to consistent action, you build unstoppable momentum. Momentum builds confidence. Confidence fuels resilience. Resilience sustains action through every trial. The art of winning is mastering this cycle. It is about making the choice to move forward every day, no matter how difficult it feels. It is about breaking free from paralysis and doubt, stepping into your power with every deliberate step. This is where victory lives, not in distant dreams, but in present action. Choose now to act. Choose to move forward with courage, consistency, and conviction. This is your power. This is your path. Winning is not a moment. It is a way of life shaped by the actions you take right now. Winning is not a destination reserved for a select few. It is a habit cultivated by those who refuse to settle for less than their fullest potential. It is forged in the daily choices you make, choices to stand up when you want to sit down, to keep moving when every part of you demands rest, to believe in yourself when doubt screams the loudest. The art of winning lies in this relentless commitment to your own growth and transformation. It is the quiet power of persistence that outlasts every obstacle and silences every voice of defeat. Your journey toward victory is shaped by the environment you create around yourself. Your surroundings, the people you choose to engage with, and the energies you absorb all influence your ability to win. Winners understand the importance of nurturing spaces that support courage, positivity, and relentless focus. They distance themselves from negativity, distractions, and doubt. This is not selfishness. It is an act of self-preservation and dedication to the highest version of yourself. When you curate your environment with intention, you create fertile ground for success to take root and grow. Every interaction, every word you hear or speak feeds the inner narrative that shapes your belief system. Protect this narrative fiercely. Replace self-doubt with affirmations of strength. Replace hesitation with declarations of purpose. Your mind is a garden. Plant seeds of courage, resilience, and clarity. Weed out the toxic thoughts that stunt your growth. This mental environment becomes the foundation of your ability to face challenges with unwavering resolve. Winning requires more than just desire. It requires deep discipline. Discipline is the backbone of all achievement. It is the invisible force that keeps you on track when passion dims and distractions multiply. The art of winning is learning to love discipline, not as punishment, but as a gateway to freedom. The freedom to live life on your terms, fueled by consistent action and unshakable focus. Discipline shapes your daily habits, and habits shape your destiny. The power of discipline lies in its compounding effect. Small intentional actions, repeated over time, build an unstoppable momentum that propels you forward. Each day you honor your commitments, you are investing in your future self, a version of you that embodies strength, resilience, and triumph. The art of winning is the mastery of this process. It is the courage to show up every day, even when the rewards are not immediate, trusting that your persistence will yield results beyond your imagination. Surrounding yourself with the right energy amplifies your power. Seek relationships and communities that challenge you to grow, that inspire you to reach higher, and that hold you accountable to your promises. You are the average of the company you keep. Choose wisely. Let go of those who drain your energy or dim your light. Instead, embrace those who celebrate your wins, support your struggles, and push you toward excellence. This tribe becomes a vital source of strength on the path to victory. Your environment is not just physical, it is mental and emotional as well. Curate your thoughts with the same care you give your surroundings. Feed your mind with ideas and beliefs that elevate you. Guard your emotions by practicing self-awareness and compassion. This holistic cultivation creates a resilient foundation that can withstand any storm. Winning is the result of this powerful synergy: an aligned mind, disciplined habits, and a supportive environment. This alignment empowers you to face challenges with courage and conviction. It transforms obstacles into opportunities and setbacks into setups for greater triumph. This is the essence of the art of winning. Every choice you make today builds the environment for your future success. Protect it, nurture it, and watch how it transforms your life from ordinary to extraordinary. The power to win lives in the space you create around you and within you. Choose to make that space a sanctuary of strength, focus, and relentless belief in your potential.